All right, back once again with another edition of Ask Glazer with Fox Sports NFL insider Jay Glazer. Jay, I actually
look at now. Before you start on this, okay? We had a deal last week that you were going to dress up.
So I am,
but I knew you weren't. So I dressed down.
I am in transit.
You're pulling me down. In football, you're supposed to elevate people, pick them up.
A rising boat lifts all
right, you're supposed to pick them up.
I will find my dress clothes. They're buried somewhere in my apartment. I will suit up for you at least once this season. I promise.
Yeah, because I mean, come on. I mean, you know, you're supposed to inspire me, elevate me. Right?
I gotta find
this is our ballers look.
I gotta find my vest. Yeah, no, for sure. You're right.
But somehow this got retired. So
all right, I'm taking this personally now. I won't let you down.
You should.
I won't let you.
You should think about it all week.
It's
the worst thing going on in your life right now.
I was gonna throw this question out earlier this afternoon because the Bears were up 28-7 and all looked hunky-dory in Chicago. Tom asks, if the Bears lose today, do you think they try to trade Justin Fields? I don't see that happening, but it could get dicey in Chicago, could it not?
Well, yeah, it's going to get dicey in Chicago. You have to remember this, first of all. This group in Chicago are not the ones who drafted Justin Fields.
True.
So they're not attached to him. I think more than anything, they're in evaluation mode. And I said it on Fox NFL Sunday last week, they don't know if he's the answer to their future or not. They're evaluating him right now. When you see his body of work out there, you're saying, probably not. Probably want to get one of these top quarterbacks who are out there coming out of the draft. The other question is, though, of a trade, can you find a trade partner for that? And I don't know that right now. I don't know what you're really going to get from him at this point. But it's, they need to see an awful lot more from him for them not to use one of those top. By the way, they have their number one pick and the Panthers' number one pick.
They currently have the top two picks in the draft.
Right? So he really has to do, I think, a lot of work to show them you don't need to use one of those on a quarterback. He has a long way to go for that.
Devastating way to end what looked like a good afternoon. John wants to know, the night game Sunday, Aaron Rodgers is going to the game. How much do you think that could help a guy like Zach Wilson? And then B, between Aaron Rodgers and Taylor Swift, I mean, how many sweet shots are we going to see in this game tonight?
I don't know if we'll see any of the game. Those big shots of the sweets, yeah. Here's the thing. The Jets have been finger pointing. They've been arguing amongst themselves. And there's a lot of frustration with Zach Wilson. But it's usually a defense versus offensive rift. It's been even an offense versus offensive rift. But Aaron Rodgers went and talked to the team. He's like, enough of this. We can't have this finger pointing. We can't have all this. We have this great culture going, at the start of this. We've got to continue with that. We can't just all of a sudden we hit some adversity and start pointing fingers at each other. So I think it's great that Aaron was there to do that. I think with Aaron there, a lot of that will dissipate. They won't do that in front of him. He's like daddy right now. Well, we want to do this in front of dad, right? So I think by having him there, it will certainly help. I don't think Zach Wilson is the answer right now. I think he's so shell-shocked by what happened last year and now this year also that I think at this point, any other option, I think is a better option because I just think the kid, right now he's just been shell-shocked by how much has gone on. New York's a different place. You compete against the Giants. You compete against the Yankees. It's a different place. And when they turn on you, man, you got to be a special kind of cat to be able to rise up to. That's where, I've always said, Eli Manning, what a stud gangster to be able to come all the way back from his criticism and stuff they said about him. And not just that, now be one of the kings of New York. You really got places like that, places like Dallas, right, where it just gets different attention. So a guy like Zach Wilson can only be helped by Aaron Rodgers there. But not just that. I think Aaron can help the offensive coordinator right now. He can help out kind of a lot of different areas. The head coach, a lot of different areas of that team.
Really timely question from Sanita. Puka Nacua gets a walk-off winner in overtime. Do you think Cooper Kupp is coming back week 5 and
next week?
So with the two of them,
yep.
I mean, should we be talking about the Rams as a threat in the NFC?
Well, look, I think what Sean McVay has already done over there, but this team wasn't really supposed to be competitive at all this year, right? And they've been competitive in every game, and really could have won a couple of those other games. And if you put now, and this is without, obviously their top offensive weapon. So now you put Cooper Kupp back over there with Puka as well. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. But no, Sean McVay did say this past week that he will be back. Cooper will be back this coming week.
Question from Lando Commando. He says, "Where's Jonathan Taylor going to end up here? He's about to start practicing again."
Right now, it seems like everything's hunky dory. He's in good shape. He's able to start this week. They can activate him off the PUP list and then decide when he can play. There weren't any trade offers out there right now, but in the past, teams like Miami and Green Bay were interested. So, they have to offer up what the Colts are looking for. I think in the Colts' perfect world, Jonathan Taylor would stay and build something special with Anthony Richardson. In their perfect world, that's what would happen. That relationship had been fractured so much, you got to see if it can still be put back together or not. And if not, like I said, the original teams were Miami and Green Bay. But even Miami now, you look at it and say, their running game is really strong right now, so I don't know if it makes really sense to put somebody in there.
Question from Andrew that is burning up the fantasy community right now. He says, hey, Jay, I'm a huge Lions fan. Was wondering why the Lions drafted Jahmyr Gibbs in the first round if they were going to use David Montgomery as the workhorse.
No, but two totally different positions. Completely. It's like, when the Saints had Ingram and Kamara, right? Two totally different positions. So I think that's what they were looking for. They were looking for a Kamara-type back before Kamara was the featured back, and he is a different type of weapon. I think Ben Johnson could use him in really special ways. He just had a couple pro games so far, but there's some special ways they could use him.
One last one says, again, timely, who's a healthy and active. What's going on with Chase Claypool? Oh. Is there a market for a trade? Does this lead to a cut? Like, where do you think this is going?
Yeah, look, and I told you on week 2 of Fox NFL Sunday that the coaching staff over there basically told Chase Claypool because of his effort that it wasn't acceptable. And if he does it again, they'll sit him. They'll possibly move him. They'll ship him out of town. Then he comes out and says this week that the coaches aren't using him right, so that's why he was healthy and active. They're going to have a talk with him this week and decide where his future is from there. But, if you're another team, look, certain teams look and go, we want nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Other teams look at it and they say, we can turn this guy into, you have to have an ego as a coach. We can turn somebody else's trash into our treasure. But it's also, look, it's a typical, Steeler, Mike Tomlin type of guy where they look fantastic with the Steelers and they leave Pittsburgh and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, look at the problems this guy has. So Mike Tomlin should be given a Nobel Peace Prize for some of the guys he's made look like angels over there.
Some of the stuff that doesn't get out of Pittsburgh.
Oh my gosh, right?
We're doing Ask Glazer all season long. Get your questions in.
Year.
Hashtag Ask Glazer. Next time we do this.
Next week.
Next time we do this.
He's not going to dress better next week.
Well, I'll
totally not going to dress better
consider
next week.
it. I'll consider
it. It's just not going to happen.
We'll see. To come for the questions, stay to see what my wardrobe is. Jay, I appreciate it.
Thanks, brother.